Last week, we took the Alaska Railroad to Seward to see Kenai Fjords National Park. This week, we close out the Trackpacking Alaska series with a trip to America's largest national park, Wrangell-St Elias. Today, we rented a Jeep and are driving out to Wrangell-St Elias National Park in the eastern part of Alaska. To the exterior of the park, it's about a 5-hour drive from Anchorage, but to get to the McCarthy, Kennicott area and the interior, it's another 2 to 3 hours on a dirt road. It's worth noting that most rental car companies will not let you take the rental cars on a dirt road, so Alaska 4x4 Rentals is who we went with. They have rental locations in Anchorage, Fairbanks, and actually all the way up on the northern part of Alaska in Prudhoe Bay. We made it to Wrangell-St Elias National Park and Preserve, our 22nd U.S. national park. Established in 1980, Wrangell-St Elias is the nation's largest national park at a whopping 13.2 million acres. The park is home to 4 mountain ranges and 9 of the nation's 16 highest peaks.
Mount Wrangell is still an active volcano, with its last reported eruption happening in 1900. In addition to mountains, the park is home to several glaciers that spawn from North America's largest subpolar ice field.
In the early 1900s, this area was hugely popular with miners, specifically here for copper. Between 1911 and 1938, the towns of McCarthy and Kennicott were booming. Today, the still standing and somewhat restored ruins of the Kennicott Mill are on display and on the National Register of Historic Places. After the 3-hour drive in on the very rugged McCarthy Road, we made it to the footbridge. Cars are not permitted into McCarthy or Kennicott, so you have to pay $5 to $10 a day depending on where you park. And then most places you'll end up staying in McCarthy and Kennicott will operate a shuttle to and from the footbridge. But it is just so great to be here.
Amazing.
It feels so good to be done with that drive and to finally be inside the park. We've been looking forward to this so much because it's just like that rugged Alaskan wilderness.
Real Alaska.
Yeah, we're just so happy to be here. They also have a payphone here at the footbridge. In case you arrive after your hotel's shuttle stops working, you can give them a call from here. There is a restaurant across the street from the hotel we're staying at in McCarthy called the Golden Saloon, which advertises themselves as the last saloon in a national park. Apparently Wednesday nights here are trivia night, so we decided to give it a go. And with just our luck, the theme was national parks. So your Rails and Trails team took down the grand prize for $50 store credit at the Golden Saloon for food or drinks. It was just a really fun time, and tomorrow they have really live music that we're looking forward to seeing. It's really cool, just the atmosphere that this town has. It's, despite being small, it's very upbeat.
You can do a guided tour of the Kennicott Mill, but we didn't have time since we were going to be on the glacier all day.
We did a guided hike with Kennicott Wilderness Guides, who we would highly recommend. We wanted the knowledge and experience in such a new and unique setting, and we're really glad we did. They also offer ice climbing, but we wanted to do the guided hike as opposed to that to just see more of the glacier and get accustomed to being on it.
From Kennicott, there's about a 2-mile hike until you reach Root Glacier.
Today we're doing a full day guided hike on the Root Glacier in Kennicott, Alaska inside Wrangell-St Elias National Park. You can come out here without a guide, but getting the guide gets you the crampons and a lot of experience in what can be a dangerous environment. The guided hikes take place on the Root Glacier, which starts at the massive 7,000-foot stairway icefall and feeds into the larger but rock-covered Kennicott Glacier. As we hiked across the glacier, the landscape was surreal. There were pools of deep blue water, winding streams, waterfalls, and rolling hills of ice. The crampons not only granted traction while walking over flat surfaces, but also allowed you to go up steep inclines with relative ease.
The rocky area in the middle of the glacier is called a moraine. It is still part of the glacier but has a thin layer of rock over the top.
This hike has been absolutely amazing.
So beautiful. The water is so blue and the ice is too. It's just crazy seeing it, like being here walking on a glacier. It's amazing.
And you have the constant presence of the stairway icefall in the background, just this massive...
And mountains all around you.
Yeah, you can see 2 or 3 different mountain ranges just from this hike. We lucked out with pretty good weather, and we're really glad we did the full day hike and not the half day because it just provides access to see so much more of the glacier.
After the hike, we grabbed dinner at the Potato and McCarthy. We're always game for pizza, and it did not disappoint.
Today is the worst day of the trip because we have to leave Alaska and go home. The second we got to the state, we knew we were going to love it, and we had a great time through and through. We do know that we definitely have to come back at some point. There's still so much we weren't able to do, and trying to hit every U.S. national park, there's still 4 here we have to.
So we have to come back.
Exactly, yeah. We're thinking maybe we'll drive at that point, but it's a lot to work through logistically, so we'll figure it out. But we just had a great time nonetheless. We have an 8-hour drive from McCarthy back to Anchorage, where we'll return the rental vehicle and fly back to Minnesota. That will end the Trackpacking Alaska series. Hopefully you enjoyed all the videos. This fall, we're not going to be on the road as much. We're going to stick around Minnesota and explore some more local areas, and we'll have videos on that too. On the flight out, we're pretty sure we were able to see Denali on the northern horizon in the distance. We can't say for sure, but we'd like to think that we saw it. A little while later, we flew over Mount St. Elias, the second highest mountain in the US, at 18,008 feet.
Even after that, Alaska had one more surprise for us. On our overnight flight, we managed to catch a glimpse of the northern lights. We'd never seen them before, and it was enthralling to watch them move through the sky. It was a perfect end to an amazing adventure.